So on the opening day of the Police Federation Conference 2016, here at Bournemouth for the last time, the Home Secretary came to visit us for the 7th time in a row. It's always important, in my view, to listen to what the government has to say. But I made a point at the start of my speech that whilst it might be entertaining for me to stand here and have a pop at the Home Secretary and then for the Home Secretary to have a pop back, there were so many important issues of policing that we needed to have a proper and real debate. I raised a number of issues with the Home Secretary today, asking her to recognise that officers are crying out for additional taser, that officers are crying out for some kind of recognition in relation to the volunteers that wish to carry firearms, to make sure that they're not going to be treated as suspects. We spoke about a number of other issues, and she responded. She spoke about the way in which domestic violence has changed over the last 2 years and the work that we have to do around that. And we recognised Hillsborough, the tragic events where 96 people died. There was a very moving moment when every single delegate and guest at conference today stood for a minute's silence in memory of those that died. And I made the point very strongly that we must always remember those lessons, but we also had to move on. The officers of the police service of today should not be tarred with the brush of what happened 27 years ago. So I think the atmosphere was different today at conference. We had a proper debate with the Home Secretary, and we had questions from the floor, but also questions from an officer in Newquay via Skype live, talking about taser. It's important that we continue to have those conversations with government. We're not always going to agree, but I think today we've taken a step to work with government to explore where we disagree, to work through the problems, to make policing in England and Wales even better, better for the public and better for the 122,000 people that the Police Federation of England and Wales represent.